It's almost unsettling how simply Jesus sometimes speaks. You wait for a heavenly revelation and he gives you a seed. Welcome to the Sebcast, where we turn our beloved stories on their heads, look at what history might have overlooked, and discover anew and grow together. That's precisely what he does. In Matthew 13:31-32, the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed that a man took and planted in his field. Though it is the smallest of all seeds, when it grows, it is the largest of garden plants and becomes a tree. A seed. That's where Jesus began. Think about it. The King of the universe, the one who, according to Isaiah, would come to bring justice to all nations, chooses to compare his kingdom to a mustard seed. Not with a palace, not with a sword, not with power and victory, but with something you can barely see, something that easily gets lost in your hand. And then, as if it's not simple enough, he says, the kingdom of heaven is like yeast that a woman took and hid in about 27 kilograms of flour until it worked all through the dough. Matthew 13:33. Again, hidden, invisible, small, but alive. What does Jesus want to say with this? He wants us to understand God's way of working looks completely different from ours. We want to see results, size, huge, visible growth, but God often begins in the invisible, in the hidden, in the small. Now, perhaps you've seen it, the moment of hope in a dark season, a child's prayer that awakens your faith again, someone who says, I started coming back to church just to get to know Jesus anew. That's how the kingdom grows, quietly, unobtrusively, and unstoppably. And here's the secret: when you look around, it doesn't always seem like God's kingdom is advancing. It's like yeast. You don't see it working, but give it time and trust the process. That's what Jesus' first followers had to learn. They wanted to know, when will you bring the kingdom? And Jesus answered them with parables of seed and yeast, as if to say, it's already underway, you just can't always see it. And maybe that's what you need to hear today. You might feel that your faith doesn't make a difference, that your prayers change nothing, and that you feel small, invisible, and maybe even lost in the 27 kilograms of flour of the world. But then hear Jesus' words. The kingdom begins exactly like this, small, hidden but alive, and it keeps working even if you don't see it. Until tomorrow, take care.